Yo, it's the G-O-D, B-O-D, yeah, yeah. Rock your body, body. Illegal business controls America. Business controls America. I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man. Industry rule number 4080. Record companies are shady. Yeah, I know y'all been waiting now. Y'all been patient, let's go. I be the MC version of Huey P, the all-seeing through my 2020 brown Bruce Lee's, Malcolm X / Muhammad Ali, karate chop the rider's block with the Hasi Selassie karate. Your photo shoots with the same old stare. You're sitting there in the wicker chair, holding the heat. You're in despair with my coalition comrades in the rear. Pat downs, peasy, if we here with their fists cause of what I say. These just wanna blast me away, but I'll be back with no delay like Jesus Christ on Easter Sunday. And the ringers, they wanna murder God body. Sacrifice the life of the Christ on Good Friday. Resurrect and return the wreck. Snap a nigga neck for some live effects. Approach the podium, give a mic check, adjust the specs, bless the chest with a bulletproof vest before I catch wreck. Spitting and spazzing yo in the side of assassins and rapping before biggest bullets be blasting yo at my black ass and hit a free the hood from the mental enslavement. This ain't gangster rap, this is a form of entertainment. Controversial, conceive no sense. Coming through the speaker like the brick through the living room window of a civil rights leader. Prolific, gifted, leaving spirits lifted like Dr. King's last words before we got his cap twisted. I'm told I'm a nigga with an attitude, cause I choose to spell America like Ice Cube, yo, white America. I got some real bad news, me and my crew's about to open up some all black schools. I ain't Jacob, but wake up baby, I drop jewels on young tykes to keep their business tight like kites core jewels. Apologize, I highly refuse when it's cool. Yo, when I choose to use the word again, referring to my black brothers and sisters when you really want me to mistreat my Miss Silly like Mr. like Rama. I just want y'all to follow the leader when Whitey want me to beat her like Silly told Hoppo to do to Sophia. Leave the color purple bruises on the complexion, need to give her everlasting love and affection with every inch of my enome insurrection in a midsection. In producing positive pregnancy tests, I bring the drama like some of Osama. Suicide bombers pose like a comma as I preach and teach truth like Dalai Lama. Overcome like Obama, offer from a prima donna. Looking for a shorty from the hood with the heart of Osada. Influential like a nephew in his martyr. Big Papa hook up the mic to hear the scholar drop a paragraph of power on a mission. So just shut up and listen to what I'm spitting. The price of admission to a show that of a college tuition. Listen to the lyrical lecture from PA to professor. Putting listeners to the test in the second semester. Scholarships for my future scholars. As in the hood bringing home honors, but can't come up with the dollars and the earning for the higher learning. It's like an eternal flame, yo, in my heart that stays burning. Martin Luther King had a dream, better yet a vision to give the youth the opportunity to make a decision in their life mission. Giving your mommy's ambition to wanna be more than a dancer in a video. Vision Pop told me you can analyze, but don't idolize another. But that cat Mike Jack was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, PA. Yeah,
Sucker.
it's a hot track.
It is.
It goes down right about now on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. It is Drive-By Headlines with Harry the Brave, brave as he may be. I am, of course, the unstoppable Joe Ugly. Please don't get it confused with untouchable. Anyone can be touched. They touched Jesus, for heck's sake. So my man, Harry, got these headlines that we got to go.
Well, before we get to the headlines,
Okay.
you know, I had a
An epiphany. Chose
well,
the grave.
no, an experience with fans yesterday,
Oh,
right?
yes.
And I just want to talk about it because we had a fan walk in
Off the street.
off the street and tell me I have one of the best shows here. I put it down, but I won't say who it is. But also,
Keep.
but yesterday when I was leaving the building,
Uh-huh.
I had this young lady stop at my car and just giggle at me.
What?
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know what that's about, but so I giggled back at her.
You got giggling fans? What the heck?
But when I was leaving the building, there was this brother coming in delivering something,
Uh-huh.
and he tells me, "I know you," and I'm like, "What?" He said, "I listen to you on Fridays. I know you." I'm like, he's like, "You carry guns, don't you?" I'm like, what?
He listens to you on Fridays.
Yeah, so he's listening to us. So,
you carry guns.
I'm like, I carry what? I carry guns.
You packing heat?
He's like, you look like it. You look like one of those guys who you packing, aren't you? I'm like, nah. He's like, you know, good seeing you, man. I'll be listening.
Oh man. So to that listener who is listening, Harry the Brave,
I ain't packing
Yeah.
nothing, man.
the heat the heat packer. Unbelievable.
For real, right? I'm like the most peaceful person there is.
So I got to start with this one. Drive-by headline. Right now, North Korea and South Korea are communicating again.
I thought you weren't even going to bring
And-
this up.
I am going to bring it up.
The great accomplishment of our president.
And it looks as if the deal might work. And I'm telling you,
Did
if
we
it
give him
does-
$150 billion?
if this thing work, you see, that's the nonsense. We're going to get to that in 5 seconds, people. But if this thing works, if this deal works, you hear it come from my mouth. Trump deserves credit.
And he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, right?
What's that?
He deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I'm not going to go as far as
not
Lindsey
gonna-
Graham.
well,
Lindsey Graham going to...
Forget Lindsey Graham. You know
Yeah.
who got a Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing? Obama got his Nobel Peace Prize 8 months into his presidency
Because you don't
for
understand.
doing nothing.
Because you don't understand what a Nobel Peace Prize is all about. You really don't understand.
So it doesn't mean Nobel Peace Prize means nothing. It means
No.
nothing when it comes to accomplishments.
No. You see, you don't understand what what it really stands for. What it was a symbolism.
It's a political
No.
award
Him-
given to
Let me
liberals.
just go back this and just say this
Oh, go
much
ahead.
about
I'm sorry, I interrupted
Trump
that.
being deserving of credit for this thing to work. Now, I'm saying if it works,
Hold
if this thing come through, and we don't have a repeat of 2000, or a repeat of other times where North Korea agreed to meet with South Korea and calm down and not do this and that, and then turn around and do exactly what they say they were not going to do. They just they just have good talks. Then we know if this don't work, then we know that North Korea is the pawn on the chessboard that is used to make whatever person in office, Democrat or Republican, look a certain way.
Well,
But what
how did it make Obama look?
What, North Korea?
North Korea, because he did nothing with North Korea.
No, he didn't.
And
he didn't do anything.
And
with
on his
North
way
Korea.
out, he tells Trump, "This North Korea is going to be what keeps you up at night."
He said, well,
Okay, so he says that,
well,
and he did nothing. All right, so
you know, I got to say, the reason why I think they might work is because when you're dealing with crazy, you can't be sane. And Barack Obama was just saying, you need a nutbag like Trump to deal with this and make it work. So yeah, I'm not going to take away from his credit.
I'm gonna
not gonna
agree.
give his
I'm gonna
credit,
agree with you there.
But you're dealing with a nutbag. You need a nutbag.
Well, surprisingly, I'm
But
gonna
now
agree
that-
with you there because
Okay.
he's about controlled chaos, right? So he brings
Who's control chaos?
Trump. He brings chaos into any negotiation.
No, into anything.
Into any negotiation.
Into anything.
Right? So he makes
makes
you
chaos a way of life.
true. And
Okay.
if you read his books, if you
Never.
read his book, you'll see that he says it's all about going in and basically being that bull that knocks everything off the shelves.
No, that's a bully.
Right? And then
That's a bully.
And then you bring everybody back to the table.
No, that's a bully.
No, it's not a bully.
Yes, it is.
It's
That's a bully.
It's a form
That's a
of
bully.
negotiating which works for him.
No, works where?
North Korea.
Well, like I said, if this thing works, good. Because
Will he get
because
a Nobel
on the
Peace
surface,
Prize?
on the surface, he looks like a. Let me.
This is a challenge
On
to
the
the
self-
Democrat system
No, it's not.
worldwide.
No, it's not.
Whether Trump is going to get
No.
a Nobel Peace Prize if North Korea
That's
and
not
South.
a challenge.
It's a challenge.
No, look, it's not a challenge to me. I don't have a problem with this guy winning.
Then-
if he's look, I said it. Look, I said it on my show, and I'll say it again.
Then the Nobel Peace
I
Prize
would've-
isn't worth wiping your butt with.
That's your interpretation of it.
If he doesn't get it and
That's
this happens,
that is your interpretation of it. That's all.
it should be everybody's interpretation.
No, now you're trying to impose your belief on everyone. See,
Sounds
that's not how it
sounds
works.
like an ugly method.
You know, just obviously you don't know the ugly doctrine.
What's the ugly doctrine, Joe?
Obviously you don't know the ugly doctrine. You know, so I'm gonna have to pull you aside and help you understand what the ugly doctrine
All right.
is all about. But
All right, but you're sounding a little bit
a little bit what?
like Kanye.
Like who?
Like Kanye.
Not in a million years.
You're like
Not in a million
you're
years.
saying that
Kanye is an idiot.
Trump
Kanye is an idiot.
deserves
I
credit
said,
for doing a good job.
I
Sound
said,
like Kanye.
You see, here's what it is. Once again, I don't know what it is about you that you can't hear verbatim what people say. You just hear the words that come out people's mouth that works for you.
You know what?
What I
Joe,
said,
I'm connecting the
quote,
dots, Joe.
quote unquote.
I'm connecting the
I
dots.
said, this thing with North Korea and South Korea, this thing of them coming together, I said, if it works, in quotation, if it works,
Right, you'll be giving Trump credit.
Trump
Do
deserves
you give him credit for how far it's gone so far, how far it's come so far?
Yeah, I could. So far, so good.
Considering that Obama did zero with
So
it.
far, it looks like it's working. Okay? Crazy met crazy, and they had a crazy meeting, and it looked like the crazies are going to work. Now, what are we going to do with the rest of the world? With the rest of the world, that's not a bunch of nutbags like these two.
Obviously,
What are we going to do?
he went into Syria. He killed ISIS, right?
He went into Syria and killed who?
ISIS is almost non-existent right now
That is
over there
not
in
his-
Syria,
that is
right?
not his
Where
work. And by the way- by the way-
Obama just wanted to wait him out. His doctrine was one of patience, right? So
I don't know where you get that from.
he look.
I don't know where you got
Obama
that
said it
from.
himself. He wanted to contain
Brother man.
contain
Brother
them.
man. Where do you get your...
Where Trump wants to eliminate them.
You just make it up as you go, don't you?
No,
You just don't really care, do you?
you just didn't listen
You
to
just-
Obama.
You just don't care, do you?
You just would hear
you're just
that
gonna
music
make it up
in
as
your
you
head,
go.
you know, and fall in love with Obama every time he spoke. I was actually listening to his words.
You didn't hear
His
a doggone
doctrine
thing
was
Obama
his
said.
doctrine was about
You don't-
containment, not elimination. We have finally a president who's doing his job.
Let me ask you a question. How did it work with under the Bush administration when we went in for elimination of Saddam Hussein? How did that work out?
Well, that first
Okay,
off,
so you see-
wait. First
No,
off,
no.
I wasn't a Bush supporter. I was
That's not what
I was
asked.
a Democrat.
That was
then.
not. That was
and let
not
me
what
tell
I
you.
asked.
Let me tell you how
that
it worked
was not
out.
what I asked. So what you're telling
Let
me
me tell
right
you how
now
it
is
worked
that
out. Which-
you
which
can't-
Bush you're
you
talking about,
can't
by the way?
Junior. So you're
Okay,
telling me
so-
that you.
but
So you're
the
telling me that you
senior
can't
Bush
make a
did the
decision
right
unless
thing.
unless you're on the team.
The
You
the
can't
senior
say, you can't see what's
Bush,
right
no,
from
no,
wrong
no, because
unless
I
you're
knew
on
that's
the
where you were
team.
going.
Is
That's
that
where
where
you were
it-
going.
No,
I
that's
wasn't
not
a
where I was
Republican.
going. That was not where I was
But-
going. I had nothing to do with it.
but let me
I
tell
had
you
nothing
something.
to do with party.
Bush Senior
I
did the
just
right
said,
choice.
How did it work?
He
I
got the
just
mission
asked a-
accomplished and got out.
I asked a simple question. How did it
Let
work
me tell you how it worked.
when you went
It
past-
worked perfect
when they went past the
killed
desert?
when they killed Saddam Hussein. It went perfect.
Oh, it did?
But what didn't go perfect
It did?
is the nation building that he decided to do afterwards.
Oh, so what was supposed to be done after you killed him?
I'm just saying that's
what was
went
supposed
wrong.
to be done after you removed the guy who kept them in line?
Well, let me tell you what should have been done. He shouldn't have killed off their military. Okay? The whole military was torn down.
How were they going to get to Saddam Hussein?
They got to Saddam Hussein.
How were they going to get to Saddam Hussein if they didn't weaken his military?
Not weaken his military. I'm talking about they took it out. They eliminated it.
No, how were
they shouldn't have done that.
They dismantled and ran on their own, the so-called Republican Guard. They ran on their own. How were they going to bring Saddam Hussein in if they weren't going to dismantle his Republican Guard? His Republican Guard.
They got rid of his military, and they shouldn't have done that.
You're making that up. You're making that up.
Once again, I'm going to be right. We should actually go back to information from last week. The misinformation you keep spreading here.
Garbage. That's nonsense. No, they didn't.
You're fake news.
That's not what happened.
Of course
that's not what happened at all. What happened was the Republican Guard, which was Saddam Hussein elite military, decided that they were going to take off running when the U.S. was coming out the desert. When they were heading into Baghdad,
Joe, my answer was
to this day he's
they
now
did a
called,
good job.
To this day he's called
until they
Baghdad
decided to
Bob.
nation build.
There's actually a phrase, a political phrase, people, called Baghdad Bob. You're Baghdad bobbing it. He was in charge of their military, and he was telling them, "Oh, we have the Americans defeated in the desert. They're not going to enemy." Meanwhile, he was escaping. He was getting into his car, escaping because they were coming. The Republican Guard ran. Are you aware of the term Baghdad Bob? Are you aware of the term Baghdad Bob?
Hold on, Joe.
Are you aware of the term?
I want to explain to people why you filibuster is when you're wrong. You filibuster.
Are you aware of the term?
Now
Baghdad
you're changing the question.
You're the one who
changing the conversation.
You're the one who went there. Are you?
You
aware?
asked me a question and I answered it.
Are you aware of the term Baghdad Bob?
I'm not, Joe.
Okay, Baghdad Bob. Look it up. Baghdad
That's not
Bob.
the question.
But no,
the question
you're the one who
he
tried
did
to say
fine
that
until they decided to nation build.
You're the one who tried to say Obama agreed did not want to. You said.
I'm not talking about Obama now.
You said.
Stop. Put Obama in
You
me.
said Obama did not want to. He wanted to leave things the status quo, opposed to changing. And I said, how did that work out under Bush 2?
What are you talking about?
How did that work out when you tried to do regime change? When you try to do regime change, how did that work out? How did it work out? That's what I ask, and that's how we got onto the whole Baghdad
You're
situation.
Listening to Drive-By Headlines on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. We're gonna recoup because me and Joe went in two different directions, and he can't get it right. He can't get right, so we'll be back.
84.
New money, I'm trying to build with you. Don't get introduced to the steals. This is loyalty over everything. Cross one of mine, sucker feel that Beretta bang. We could do this bitch for the bragging rights. To the killers in the thriller, got niggas mad, I'm nice. Old cheddar slick, get your and pop the clutch, pull off smooth coupe with the missing top. Party like a rock star, every day I'm a dancing light. Hand and ice, trample these and then I'ma blame it twice. Supersede perception will blow him up if your man is nice. I knock him down, swinging their hammer, that Thor fly around. Got the heart of pocket, my swagger compared to Jigger. Heavenly flow notorious, can't you see that I'm bigger? We don't measure up, it's bigger than music. Into shell shock, spin the block in the alley, he Ricky, I let a shell pop. Been his way since the jail blocks, the boy so dope. Once you inject me in your system, bet you not off, bro. I got the city going crazy, yeah, your boy gon' pro. See, I double A the South, put on a hell of a show. Can't describe the feeling once you grip the wheel on the Porsche. The money got me seeing triple, so I'm spitting with force. I be somewhere out on the island, sipping pina coladas. When we get the call that they rock your soprano, and we mobsters.
Shotty guns ain't really ready to get it poppin'. Run up, get your whole shit rockin'. You screaming, please stop it. I'm an animal, orangutan with the choppers. You're dealing with real niggas, ain't like we real. I'ma put you in the trunk, ain't nothing all taped up. Put you in the ditch, you and your bitch all blazed up. I ain't never been so you're gushy, never mushy. Fuck around, you come on missing. Cash it into you push me.
You ain't never let it off. Trips out to Vegas just to bet it all. Know some live, just give that'll set it off. I ain't talking Vivica. Team full of shooters that'll spit at ya. School of hard knocks, thug literature. Niggas is telling, writing statements. I seen the signature. Back this gift at the clinic, funny money, cause now I'm sick of her. Think I need a flu shot. Used to have my work inside my tube sock. Bandana tied like I'm Tupac. Jitter said I got it now, the town too hot. Just to ride around, rhymes in my head, I had to jot them down. Cops watching, digging, taking us all plotting, but the block booming. Fiends itching, they still cocking what?
New money, I'm trying to build with you. Don't get introduced to the steel. This is loyalty over everything. Cross one of mine, I sucker feel that Beretta bang. We could do this shit for the bragging rights. To the killers against the thriller guys getting mad, I'm nice. Old cheddar slick, get your engine pop. Pop the clutch, pull off, smooth coupe with the missing top.
What you're seeing happening today, obviously we have some black people that are just shouting in the back. We have some black people that are sitting in the front quietly that are chanting USA and having a normal conversation. I love that because what I say every single time, and you may have seen me on the news, is that what is happening right now in the black community, you're going to hear it in this room first. There's an ideological civil war happening. Black people that are focused on their past and shouting about slavery, and black people that are focused on their futures, okay? That's really what it comes down to, okay? I can guarantee you what you're seeing happening is victim mentality versus victor mentality. And
That's
I promise
great, by
you,
the way.
the
I
people
love
here are
that.
going to win.
I love that.
And there's no doubt in my mind. I can tell you right now who is going to be better off when we look 20 years and we look at the faces in this room. Who is going to be better off are the girls that are sitting right here and across this room because they don't have your mentality. Victim mentality is not cool. I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents did. And it's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans.
So that was what was what Kanye was referring to when he said he likes the way Candace Owens thinks, and that's what ignited everything. So once everybody they lost their minds on the internet because he said he likes the way she thinks. Then after that, he came out for Trump. He loves Trump. You know, he called Trump his brother. So I'm eager to hear why not only Joe is against black people expressing their opinion, but why he hates those that just because they don't think like him. Mr. Ugly? Mr. Ugly. Hello?
Were you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Because that garbage you just played is ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. You gotta.
That was a young African American woman.
So what does that mean? Every Latino speak for your community?
No.
Okay.
I didn't say she speaks for your community.
So then, what make you think that?
I'm just saying, why do you hate her for it?
What make you think that she speaks for my community?
She's not trying to speak for your community.
Yes, she was. She's the one who said she guaranteed who was going to succeed and who was not. Who the hell is she? She don't speak for my community.
She's not.
Does every Puerto Rican do you speak for every Puerto Rican? Does every Puerto Rican?
Wish.
It's that. You wish.
Go ahead.
No, but that's my point. My point is you get these people who think that they can speak for the whole entire community and try to say who's going to succeed and who's not going to succeed.
And here's the interesting
what's really
point.
interesting about this?
Your
she comes off about this victim mentality nonsense. That is like such a dog whistle from the white community, from certain people in white America.
She's not white.
Okay? Excuse me. That's from certain people in white America that throws that victim mentality.
So she was doing a dog whistle?
She was good. She's the dog that got whistled to. That's all it is. She bought into that. That's all it is. That whole she's a dog. I don't care about her. Whoa. She comes off here talking about victim mentality.
Wow.
Victim mentality. Victim mentality.
She said
when you have
mentality against victor mentality.
Yes, there's victim mentality. This is the mindset of people who believe that just because everyone has because they have rise above whatever challenges they have in life. Everyone has the ability to do so. That was such a selfish.
What she's saying is that she found a method. She found a method
to
overcome
that worked for her. That worked for her.
It works for her. She's trying to show what worked for her.
That worked for her.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with expressing that?
What about the minority who don't have the access, who might have mental issues? What about the minority who might have mental issues and don't have access to mental care? What about the men? What about the minority? Yes.
She wasn't talking about mental care.
No, but she's talking about victimhood. Okay. She does.
Yes.
She's talking about victimhood. What
and
about
she's talking about the people in the back of that audience.
What about the people
talking
who
about they're
functioning?
oppressed because of 400 years of slavery and stuff like that.
So
she's saying,
and I wasn't even born in this country, but I'm not stupid enough to try to say that people were not. That
she's just
saying
saying
slavery no longer exists.
She's just saying do not live back there because you weren't there.
How do they account for prison cells? How do they?
How do they account for prison cells?
How do they? What is one of the major methods? What is one of the major methods? You do the census, you look at it, and you say, hey, guess what? You got a kid he's in the urban area. He's single parent. He has limited education. We may as well make a cell for him. That's systematic incarceration. Some people break through from it. Some people break away from it. Okay? Some people don't. There are different reasons why people can't advance. You tell people that they should pull themselves up by the bootstrap and they don't even have a damn booth on. What the hell is wrong with our society when people come off with this nonsense? And just because she's black, she thinks she speaks for the whole damn black community? She don't speak for me?
She didn't say that.
That dog-faced rodent could go to heck.
What?
Yes, I said it.
I don't know why you attack black women like that.
I said it. I ain't just attack a black woman. I attack her.
Just because she has her own opinion.
And then I have mine. And I have mine.
Exactly.
And if she opened herself up to this work, she don't get this work.
Nobody is trying to tear you down because of your opinion.
And they may. And I don't care. That's my point. They may. So if she got that, I'm quite sure she don't care what I'm saying.
Kanye.
I'm quite sure
Let's
she
move
don't
on
care.
to Kanye because obviously you don't like strong black women.
Hold on 1 second. Then we got, look, man, I'm from a line of strong black women. I mean, strong black women is the backbone of my existence.
Who thought like you?
It's the backbone of my personal advancements, social advancement, economic advancements, business advancement. Strong black woman is where that's the backbone of that. So don't come at me with that nonsense. Furthermore, we got different communities. All of a sudden, blacks are always expected to forget about slavery. Don't talk about slavery. When in
all
Israel,
of our communities have suffered.
Let me stop.
Joe.
And they all reflect. Other communities reflect. But it's systematic against the black community in depths, way more depths against the black community. And don't give me this victimhood and victim mentality. That's that dog whistle nonsense that these dumb idiots. And that's why
Do you know who Thomas Sowell is?
And that's why when Bill Cosby got his, nobody in the black community cares.
Do you know who Thomas Sowell is?
Came off the way he did in 2004. Coming hard body at the black community.
Sir.
And by the way, the reason why I refuse to talk about Kanye West is because you people are so stupid to buy in. Yes, I said it.
You people.
Yes, I said
My
it.
Hispanic people?
No, the dummies who are so
Hispanic people, Joe?
No, the dummies. The people who
my
buy
whole
into,
race is offended now.
The people who come, you people. When I say
All
you
right, listen.
people, I'm talking about
Do you know who
all
Thomas
the
Sowell
dummies.
is?
I'm talking about the people who buy into
Sir?
Kanye West trying to move record sales at your expense. Dummies.
Look,
come on.
You know,
I refuse. Why
you know
think
what's interesting about that statement, Joe?
Why do you think I ain't said a word about Kanye?
I'm gonna have to cut this
I
guy's mic.
address this woman, Candace Owens. That's who I address. You know why? Because she's the one with the issue. She's the one with the social issue. Kanye West is just trying to sell records. And I'm not going to be one of his dummies.
Kanye West is trying to sell records by losing fans, by losing 9 million followers.
He didn't expect this.
Of course he expected
He didn't expect this.
Of
he
course
thought he
he
was
did.
going to create
Of course
controversy
he
and
did.
move on. That's what he thought.
Are you kidding?
He thought
the
he was
reason
gonna,
he stepped out is because he knows people like you.
He thought he was going to come on out here, make this
The reason he stepped out is because he knows people like you, and he saw a young black woman getting attacked for having her opinion.
No.
So he just defended her.
Well, just because she was if
Because he knows people like you.
So
that you're trying to tear down
okay
anybody.
for her to come and attack the black community
She
and
didn't
don't
attack
think she's
anyone.
gonna get work?
She didn't attack anyone.
Yes, the hell she did. If you play that back, you
She
hear
didn't attack
exactly
anyone.
what she said. She trying
But-
to decide who she's gonna try to dictate who's
But let me
gonna
tell you,
make it from who's
I
not.
want to
Who
read a
is she?
statement from the great
Who
economist.
is she?
I want to.
Who is this bulldog face, horsehead mule? God, to think that she's gonna come off here and talk about the black community and think she ain't gonna get this work. Yes, I'm gonna call her names. I ain't gonna have no shame in that.
All right, you know Thomas Sowell, the great black economist? If you don't, let me just read a statement. He said, blacks were not enslaved because they were black, but because they were available. Hold up. Slavery has existed in the world for thousands of years. Whites enslaved other whites. In Europe for centuries before the first black was brought to the Western Hemisphere. Asians enslaved Europeans. Asians enslaved other Asians. Africans enslaved other Africans. And indeed, even today, in North Africa, blacks continue to enslave other blacks.
What the hell does that have to do with the slavery that took place here in the United States of America for 400 years of slavery? And now it's moved to a modern day form of slavery. Well, that means just because you just read out, just because there's slavery in Africa, just because Chinese,
those aren't my words,
just because China has enslaved Chinese or to whomever you just read off there, just because that means
he's
that
just saying that everyone
that means that blacks
has overcome.
So that means blacks can't talk about it. That means blacks cannot address it. That means
Sure
blacks don't
Joe.
have the right anymore
Sure you
to
can. And
to
they-
address the inequities of
like-
society. Is that what we're trying to say? Just because
And
something is
people
going
like
on
Candace
elsewhere,
Owens and
just because
Thomas
stuff is
Sowell
going on elsewhere,
are trying to tell
means
you that you
black-
don't have to live
So just
in that hurt. You can overcome.
No.
That's what they're
No.
doing.
No. They try to line these judgment calls to try to make this statement that
Can we all just
I
get
know
along,
the
Joe?
ones who's gonna succeed. Who is she? Who is she? To try
Can't
to
we
say
just get along?
what kind of godlike mentality is that?
Now I'll quote a 20th century poet.
When is this? When is this?
Can't we
what
just
make her think that she is
get
some
along, Joe?
godlike personality to say that she could tell who's gonna succeed from who's not? Who is she? Who appointed her the head of success?
Joe, she's a person
Who
like
put
you.
her?
Why are you
made her-
devaluing
but wait,
her?
Because I don't sit around telling about who's going to succeed from who's not going to succeed. That's garbage. Just because you don't believe in what I believe in mean you're not going to succeed? What kind of... And you talking about you want to uplift people? You're trying to get people to move forward, but you're going to try to say, oh, you're not going to succeed because you don't see it the way I see it? That's Bill Cosby.
A few years
that's
ago...
the Bill Cosby. And that's
a few
the same
years ago,
thing
she
I've been
was
pushing
mentally
back.
enslaved, right?
Look, she
And
still is
she's
mentally
overcome.
enslaved. Who told you she's overcome?
She's doing good.
Who told you she's overcome?
Brilliant young black woman.
Just because somebody
Love it.
have a level of success in society does not mean they've overcome. Bill Cosby thought he overcome.
Yo, we shall overcome.
Yeah,
you. Come on.
he thought he had. How'd that work out for him? He's a rapist.
Bill Cosby's a criminal.
He's a convicted rapist.
Stop
That's what
conflating
it is.
different
I'm not
issues
conflating
to try to
jack.
make a point.
Don't try to no.
It's what you do.
You just got suckered by being
You're
Kanye
listening
West.
to Drive-By Headlines.
Kanye West suckered you into some record sales.
Drive-By Headlines on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. You're listening to us. You know, it's me, Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, and Joe. Big Ugg! Big Ugg! We'll be right back.
Big change in my pocket. Boy, no, you can't stop me. Boy, no, you can't stop me. Boy, no, you can't stop me.
I lean on the scene, they can't stop it. Got time on my hands like a watches. I was in minutes, diminished regardless. Getting the feeling, they feeling they godless. Debris in the air and it's garbage. See me, I'm getting them dollars. Taking it, piling it high like it's notches. Getting it, stretching it out like it's mozzarella. However, my fellas will hover. Whoever will step in the casa with the intention of being a monster. Thinking they frank, but really they hostas. They feeling the rain on the ponchos. They messing around with these haunches. They shelter the air like a conscience. That's what the meaning of clearing the conscience. Hey. In process, yeah, they tryna keep up with their copy. They tryna be us, but they classes, yeah. Really can't see, give them glasses. Leaving them brains as hostage, yeah. I flick them and hit them and clip them and pass them. Leaving them dying, I'm out in the ashes. Saying I'm dead, they apostle. I burn them, they dread it like rosses, yeah. They see it how I want to do it. That's how I'm flipping for profits, yeah.
Ride round that rocket. Boy, no, you can't stop it. Boy, no, you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop it. I said big change my pocket. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Big change my pocket. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop me. Boy, you know you can't stop me. I be riding around in that rock, yeah. Soaked up in the cockpit. That meaning I'm so clean, and boy, you can't wash it. All that they do is just gossip. Boy, you better watch it, cause them shells be coming out like pasta out of boxes. Yeah, no money they making, that's nonsense. My money be making me monsters. That's what they know, I got this. Man, I'ma go like an Oscar. The words I speak in Banaka. That mean I'm fresh and I'm hotter. They'll let me bubble like hot tub. I'm calling shots like I shot to high. Blockity, blocker. I do it how I wanna do. I definitely doing it proper. Right around that rocket. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Boy, you know you can't stop it. Right around that rocket.
Listening to drive-by headlines with this guy across the console.
Joe, all
Harry the-
black people don't have to be Democrats. I'm
Concur.
quoting
I agree.
Chance the Rapper.
I agree.
But
I
you make
totally
it sound
agree.
you make it sound like if we don't
Again-
follow lockstep with you,
Again, there it is.
that we're
There it is.
wrong.
You see, I believe in free thinkers, so I would never, ever, ever say that all black people have to be Democrats. They don't.
that's
don't have
that's
to
why
be
that's
Democrats.
why Kanye is an
So,
idiot and everything
I
to you
don't-
because he's
no,
a free thinker.
No, Kanye is a record salesman. Stop.
Kanye is a
record
dangerous
salesman.
free thinker for you
Kanye-
guys.
Kanye
You
is
can't
a-
have that guy
Kanye is a
preaching
record
to the young
salesman.
people that they could think for themselves.
That's
That's
nonsense.
what's dangerous to you
Okay,
guys.
yeah, right. That sounds good. That sounds good. When you're selling records, that's all that is. That's all that is, man. Come on, man.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
You know, and
You
that
drank that Kanye's juice, bro.
That was straight hood right there. Come
was.
on, man. And it
Come
said
on,
a
man.
lot of things. Come on, man.
For real.
All right.
I'm talking to my peeps out there.
I know.
All my peeps out here feel me when I said that. They know what I mean.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Everybody heard it because I almost fell for it right there. I was like, wait a minute. Come on, man.
All my peoples understand where I'm coming at. They know what I meant when I said, come on, man. Come on. They know
All right.
exactly where I'm going.
All right. I know you're going to have fun with this story, Joe.
Oh, boy.
Congress, the long-awaited House Intel Committee's Russia report has come out, and they have found no collusion. No collusion at all, Joe. No proof of collusion at all. As a matter of fact, the head of that committee, Nunez, Representative Nunez, he went as far as to see what proof they had, what evidence they had to even start the investigation. And there is no evidence at all except for 2 pages that shows no proof of any collusion. What you got to say? Are you happy that your president really didn't collude? Do you think he colluded, Joe? By the way,
So this report comes out.
Wait. Before you comment on the report, do you think Trump colluded?
What I think and what the investigation is going to show is what we should wait and see. We
No,
should
but
see.
I want to know what you think.
Do I think that Trump colluded with Russian?
Yeah.
Yes.
You think
Yes.
Trump
Yes, I do.
said, help me win to Russia?
I believe Trump did some work with Russia in order to win the election.
Let me
That's
ask you this. Did
that's my
Hillary
opinion.
did Hillary do some work with Russia?
As we were saying about Devin Nunes, who said
Okay,
that this
there you
is
go.
garbage.
See how he doesn't answer?
No, because it's garbage. You want me to go down to
Go
Jack
on to the
Donkey
report.
Boulevard? That's
Go-
where
go-
you live.
go on
I
to the
told
report.
You, I will pick you up
'Cause
from Sane Avenue.
Hillary is the
It's
only
right up the
candidate
block.
that paid
If you could just walk up
to
the block
get
to
money.
Sane Avenue,
to get
I will
information
pull aside
from
and
the
we could
former
commute.
KGB agents.
We could
okay?
commute. We could commute down the road on Sane Avenue if you want to do that. The Jack Donkey
Hillary
Boulevard. I'm
is
not
the
turning
only
down.
candidate that
As I
paid
was
Russians.
Saying, as I was saying, Devin Nunes, this
Go ahead.
guy, the head of the Intel Committee out of Congress, the Congressional Committee, the Congressional Intel Committee. This is the same guy who does an overnight trip up to the White House to show him evidence, to come back and report that he got the evidence from the White House of no collusion while they were investigating. This guy who had to recuse himself from the remainder of the investigation, and then jump back in just to shut it down. And come on, man.
Devin Nunes.
Come on, man. If
the
Devin
same
Nunes
guy,
if he didn't do all that, guess what?
the same guy
If he
that in
didn't do all-
2015
Which is-
warned Obama
which is
about the Russians coming to try to affect the elections.
Oh, so now we want to concur
same
that there's
guy.
a chance that they did colluded, right?
Well, no,
so
no, no,
now
no.
we want to admit that.
No. We're
Finally.
talking about them
Finally.
actually trying
Oh
to
my
affect
God.
our elections and
So-
them colluding with Trump.
so this is-
Look,
so
the
now
Russians, the Russians trying to steal
now-
our election
so now
has
finally-
nothing to do with Trump.
So now
It has
finally
more
you
to
wanna
do with
agree
Hillary
so now
that
finally you
paid for Russian information.
So now finally you want to agree.
No.
Hillary who paid for
Nobody, nobody is agreeing on collusion, Joe, except for
know
you.
what? You know what, Harry? This song, what you over there singing, man? We have done this song and dance so many weeks.
That's true.
And you know what? The investigation is still going on.
No, the
You know,
Intel Committee
The investigation is still going on.
has
That's why we
finished
still have a
the
special
investigation.
That's
the
why
special
we still have a
counsel.
special counsel who's like,
Correct.
look at the the intelligence committee led by Devin Nunes and said, okay, I hear you, but since we got all this evidence over here that you choose to ignore, we'll continue.
Let me ask you: do you think that the special counsel, Robert Mueller, do you think he's going to go into Comey's lawyer's office, raid his office to get his personal information? You think so? Because Comey has been lying, even on his book tour. He keeps lying. Remember, he testified in front of Congress that he only gave that memo to one person.
So,
And now it came out that he gave it a 3.
I take it that you're talking about how the Southern District of New York raided
How
Michael
Mueller
Cohen's
suggested that they do it,
Okay,
and they did it under his.
okay, and they raided the
Lead.
office, right?
Yeah, they raided Cohen,
Michael
Cohen's office, Trump's
And-
personal lawyer.
That's his personal lawyer, right? But according to Donald Trump yesterday, and his crazy rant on Fox News, he only did a tiny bit of
Tiny
work.
bit. That still
Only
makes him his
a-
personal lawyer.
No. He only went in and did a tiny.
It still makes him his
fraction
personal
that They really
lawyer.
didn't act. Which
He said
makes
he
him-
has many lawyers.
Yeah,
he said
yeah,
he said he has a whole team
He
of
has
lawyers.
many lawyers, but he went in and he makes this whole thing about when the raids went down. He said attorney-client privilege is dead, right?
Exactly.
He tweeted that.
Right.
But then he turned around yesterday and said, he ain't really did anything for me.
No.
So
He said he didn't
which
take
allowed
care.
the Southern District of New York to march into court yesterday and file
Isn't
the exact
incredible?
words. The
How you
exact
take
words he
this stuff
said.
out of context?
They were able to march into court and file the exact words why he don't need attorney-client privilege.
No.
Because of what?
And
because
that's
of what he
foolish.
admitted.
You know how foolish
Because of
that
what
is?
he admitted.
He actually- you know what he admitted? Let me tell you
that
what he
they're not
admitted.
that he's not his.
Let
he
me
said,
tell you what he
know,
admitted. He
his
said
big thing.
he
He's
said
really
he
a businessman.
represented he
He's really a
represented me.
businessman.
He
Yeah, you know,
represented me
this is
in
the
this
nonsense.
in
This
this
is the
Stormy
garbage
Daniels
that you
thing.
guys try to do.
When
This Stormy
he
Daniels-
says he represented me with this Stormy Daniels thing,
To
he's
which
actually
he said-
admitting that
to
he's
which
his
he-
lawyer.
So which he said on Air Force One, he didn't represent him. He did not do anything
No, he
for
said
him.
he didn't know
give him-
anything about
he
it, that
said-
you had to speak
but
to
he
Michael
said-
Cohen.
He said you need to talk to Michael.
Two different
to
things.
He said you need to talk with him. He don't represent me. No, he's not my lawyer.
No, he
Did
didn't
he
say
give
that.
you 130? Did he give her? I don't know. You'll have to ask her.
Exactly. That was
Okay,
the
but he
deal
said
that
that he
Michael
did
Cohen
not
did.
represent him. Then yesterday he came back on Fox Friends
No,
and
no.
said he did. Yes, the
No,
heck he
that's
did.
two different
Okay,
things.
No.
They asked
Yes,
him a direct
you're right.
question
You're
about
absolutely
Stormy
right.
Daniels.
He did say two different things. Just because
No,
he's
no, no.
like you and
Two
can't follow a simple
different
question.
questions.
No, just because a question
He
is
wasn't
phrased
sitting down in
different.
front of Robert
Just because-
Mueller
just
answering
because a
one
que-
question,
just because
Joe.
a question
These were
is
two
phrased
different
different.
reporters asking
Just because
different
it's-
things.
Just because a question is phrased different does not mean
Out of
it's two
context.
different things.
This is what happens with
That's
the
not mean-
Democrats.
You see, that's the problem with me. That's why liars.
In order to
that's why I
make
get
this
caught up in this
Trump
lie.
collusion
You know,
fajita
that's
that
how-
they do.
This is why I get caught up in this nonsense. nonsense all the time.
You get caught up.
Because the
You
guy,
do get caught
he
up.
Get caught up
Because
he get caught up because
you
he's
get caught
asked
up.
a question one way, and then it's asked
Because
another
Stormy
way.
Daniels,
but of course, Trump,
do you
in
anything?
his own
Do you know
infinite
anything
wisdom,
about the
his
payment? He
own
said, "I don't know
infinite
anything."
wisdom, he don't know anything about it, but now all of a
But
sudden
now,
he knows about it.
what-
He
he doesn't.
represents
He
him
didn't
in
say
it.
he knows anything. He said he
So what-
represented him in this.
So what would he represent him to? What did he? How did he represent?
He was paid to take care of little issues like this,
like what?
like the Stormy Daniels thing.
How?
It didn't have to go to the president.
How?
What are you asking, Joe? 'Cause that makes no sense.
What did she get? $130,000.
Probably.
No, that's fact.
Okay, so he
That's
didn't.
fact.
He didn't know anything
He got-
about what she got.
But he said she took care of the Stormy Daniels thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
He took
okay.
care of many things
Okay,
that
but he-
Trump didn't
but he-
have to be.
But he took
an
care of the Stormy
overseer of.
But he took care of the Stormy Daniels thing. That's what he said.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not
And what-
disagreeing
and
with
what was the thing? Of her getting $130,000.
He represented me in this Stormy Daniels thing, is what he said.
Okay.
Okay,
and
Joe.
what was the representation he gave her? What was the
His
representation he gave her?
representing is just him taking care of the issue.
Okay.
Now-
he gave her
Now,
$130,000.
does Trump have to know exactly what he did?
He represented her for $130,000.
You sound like
Yes.
Comey,
No.
who now suddenly
No, I'm not. I'm just asking you a simple question.
Comey, who
What
can't
did he-
remember
He represented
whether
him what?
he knew if
represented
Hillary
what?
Clinton paid for the dossier. Now,
know,
Comey
you
can't remember
I
whether he
realize
knew
you've been
that.
trying to dance over to this dossier thing for the last 20 minutes.
No,
now.
because
So
this
I'ma
is-
give you
this
about-
is- this is
so I'ma
what
give
you
some
guys
time to
do.
try- I'm gonna give you some time to try to dance to this nonsense. This fiction. Listen, people.
I don't
you
need to
you may
dance
not
to it.
hear any more from me right now, but that's because sometimes you just gotta let these people air out their nonsense. This is how you gotta let them get it off their chest. Because
Joe.
at the end of the day, I'm giving you the facts.
Joe, I have a counter here.
I'm giving you the
and you've
facts.
spoken for more
This
of the
guy-
hour than I have.
I probably did. That don't mean
So-
that don't mean I spouted out a bunch of nonsense like you do.
That's all you do.
That don't mean that I spouted nonsense.
That's all.
You know, you come
do.
off with this.
Hillary Clinton is the
garbage.
only one who
You
paid the
brought
Russians.
up Candace Owens.
right?
You brought up Kanye.
Hillary Clinton is the only one who paid
I
paid
said
the
that
Russians.
I
That's-
agree with
so
you
she
that
colluded.
Trump should get credit
The
for North
dossier.
Korea. Next thing I know, you try to
Comey
push
doesn't know that Hillary
Barack
paid for the
Obama into
dossier?
it. And then when I corrected the Barack Obama issue, you try to say
Wait,
who
what-
brought up Barack
What
Obama.
What
You know,
correction
it's
did
like-
you make on Barack
it's
Obama?
like-
Him doing nothing?
It is just about
Him doing
thing-
nothing?
One thing after the
That's
next.
a correction?
Of these people, you know,
Obama did
as
nothing
soon
for
as
North
you-
Korea?
As soon as you just try to.
What are you talking about, Joe?
You show these guys the different things. What happens?
You're shifty.
Oh God. Well, people, I hope you were listening to the whole show, and I hope you were able to grasp
All right.
what really took place here.
This guy.
Because this guy right here, I don't want us to do what we did last week.
What did we do last week?
Well, we didn't get the. I want us to. Get,
the other show.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get on right now.
Oh, no, it's queued up. It's queued up.
Okay,
All right, we're good.
Why don't we go ahead and fly that right now, man?
You're listening to Drive-By Headlines with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, and Shifty Joe over there.
Shifty Joe. Okay, you want to start name calling?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You want to start name calling?
Did I call you a name?
Because you know I'm good at him. I'm the pro at name
Did
calling.
I call you a name?
I've been doing this since I was knee high to a
I was
bumblebee.
illustrating
As
who
a
you
matter
are.
of fact, I recall
Who you
calling the
are.
doctor who smacked me a name. So I would suggest you go easy. Name calling is my thing.
Can't we all just get along, Joe? That's what I want to know. Can't we all just get along?
I live on Name Call Avenue. Let me help you.
I'm standing here, and all you do is you keep stepping on my J's. You've been listening to Drive-By Headlines on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. It's always fun. We'll catch you next week if Joe comes out of the race intact.
That's right. Tomorrow it goes down. I'm going to be doing 62-mile. It's not a race. Actually, it's just a ride.
It's a ride.
It's a ride. 62-mile ride.
But people can still go and donate, right? To Rock to Rock.
I believe they can. It's Rock to Rock, and it goes down tomorrow. You can go to rocktorock.com and search Joe Ugly if you want to donate. If you don't, I have more charities that I'm going to be involved in over the year.
But donate,
next 12
donate
months.
because I personally donated to see
this guy.
If
he
your
donated
lungs
money.
collapse.
Here's the deal. He donated money not because that he cares about the charity, and this is why I gotta love this guy. He didn't donate for the charity. He donated just to make sure that you're gonna ride this thing. I don't care if you show up with half a lung at the end of the day,
That's right.
end of the race, at the end of the ride. It's most important that you realize that I paid to see it, and you know what? I can't hate. Although there are those who donated more than you, so they're going to definitely see an arm and a leg on the side of the road.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
committed to it.
There you go. All right. We'll see you next week.
See ya. See ya.
Buck, we live. Little mama, you fine. Please don't step on my J's. 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 In the line all day. I've been trapping all night. Getting fresh all year. Stepping on them ain't right. Please don't step on my J's. Please don't step on my J's. Please